Everybody wants to have superpowers, but that's assuming those superpowers make you mostly normal looking. Unfortunately, Blood Girl didn't get to choose what her superpowers were. Being made completely out of blood from head to toe in the vague shape of a woman isn't exactly beautiful. But Blood Girl didn't have a choice. She was conjured by Warlock, the supervillain that robs banks, to help him with his crimes. It was fun for a couple of years, but lately she just hasn't been into it. The supervillain stood on top of the bank counter. "You will now fall before the mighty villain, Warlock." The people looked around, confused. "Blood Girl?" Warlock said. "Oh, right," Blood Girl said. She used her power. The blood in the veins of every single person in the bank froze. The guards couldn't reach their guns. The tellers couldn't call the police. Blood Girl controlled all blood, the same as it could be the blood in her own body. And it was incredible to watch, and yet it didn't fix the way that she looked. She sighed. "Come on, Blood Girl, help me open the vault," Warlock said. "I'm just not feeling it today. Sorry," Blood Girl said. "What do you mean?" Warlock said. He struggled to get the vault door open when the ceiling crashed open. Meteor Man entered the room, smiling. "Your reign of terror is over, Warlock." Warlock looked at Blood Girl to activate her powers, but she just couldn't be bothered. He put Warlock in cuffs. The superhero Meteor Man was handsome, beautiful, perfect. Everything the Blood Girl wasn't, and he wasn't a bad guy. Blood Girl never had the choice to be a villain. She decided to just give up. Prison for supervillains wasn't a walk in the park, but nobody messed with Blood Girl. How do you punch a being made out of sentient blood in the face? The answer is you don't. So everybody left her mostly alone. And Blood Girl kept thinking about Meteor Man. The way that he looked, the way that he smiled at everyone, the way that he was held in awe, in the same way that all heroes were. Then Meteor Man walked into the prison, another villain in tow. He nodded at Blood Girl. If she hadn't been made out of blood, she would have blushed. Sitting in her cell in the middle of the night, Blood Girl was giggling like a schoolgirl. "Shut up," her cellmate said. Blood Girl froze her cellmate's blood in her body and kept giggling. "A crush," she said to herself. "I have a crush." Every time Meteor Man went to the prison to drop off another supervillain, Blood Girl tried to get his attention. "Hi, Meteor Man," she said as he walked past her cell. He didn't respond. She tried talking to the women in the prison that he had put away. "So what is he like? Would he want like a coffee date or something that's more action-oriented?" "Shut up," everybody in the prison told her. Her efforts to get him to like her weren't going that well. Blood Girl had to think bigger. In the yard, Blood Girl sat alone like she always did, when Assassina and the god of makeup got into an argument. They screamed at each other, louder and louder. It went into blows, with Assassina pulling out a shank and the god of makeup pulling up powder from the ground, until finally Blood Girl screamed. "Enough," she said. The entire prison yard froze. The prison went into alarm. Everybody was in full-blown panic, but there was nothing anyone could do. Blood Girl was in complete control. Meteor Man crashed down in the middle of the yard. He screamed out for the guards, looking for if Blood Girl escaped, but there was no need. Blood Girl was sitting there, waiting for him. "Hi," she said, shyly. "Oh, you stopped them." "Thanks," Meteor Man said. Blood Girl giggled, happily. She couldn't sleep all night after that. The way that Meteor Man interacted with her, it just made her feel so safe. "Being a hero is the way to his heart," she said. "Oh my God, will you shut up?" her cellmate said. It was a couple days before another incident. Meteor Man was far away and Blood Girl had to get his attention. If he really liked her, Blood Girl said, she probably had to be out of this jail anyway. She took a deep breath and used her powers. Everybody assumed that something in the technology of the supervillain prison was keeping Blood Girl contained, but the truth is she wasn't just trying hard enough. All of the doors of the prison were locked, but Blood Girl could easily sift through with her blood form, and everybody was immobilized. When she walked through the front gates of the prison, going outside, Meteor Man finally crashed down. "Hey, what are you doing?" he said. Blood Girl smiled. "Well, you weren't coming to visit me, and I thought now that I got out of here, maybe you and I could go on a date? Maybe we could be together?" Meteor Man stiffened. He stammered. He stammered something about how she's breaking the law and he wouldn't want to date villains, but Blood Girl knew the truth. "It's because I'm a freak, isn't it?" Blood Girl said. "Do you think I want to look like this? Do you think I want to be made out of blood? I got conjured like this and I—" "No, Meteor Man said, trying to calm her down. But Blood Girl was all worked up. You don't get it because you have perfect hair and everybody loves you, but it sucks to have superpowers and everyone treat you like a freak. I don't even have friends in there, and that prison's full of murderers, Blood Girl screamed, getting upset, crying tears of blood onto the ground. Everyone underestimates me, right? Because I'm a blood girl. But if you are only going to see me as a villain, she started to grow bigger and bigger, bigger than Meteor Man could even possibly see. Then maybe I just have to show you, right? Maybe I have to show you. Meteor Man was in awe as Blood Girl stood tall over the prison, the size of a skyscraper, ready to wreak havoc on the world. Meteor Man flew up and tried to punch her in the face, but Blood Girl easily grabbed him, immobilizing him and looking at his face. I just wanted you to like me, she said. Meteor Man's face became unimmobilized. You don't even know me. Why do you want me to like you? Blood Girl sighed. She shrank back to normal size and put her hands out for Meteor Man to put them in handcuffs. I'm sorry. I'll go back to my cell. I just didn't want to be bored anymore, Blood Girl said. It's been a rough go for you, hasn't it? Meteor Man said. Blood Girl looked at him. You're not going to punch me? No, I already tried that. It doesn't work on you, Meteor Man said, smiling a little. If you want to use your powers for something other than being a villain, I don't think that we can go on a date, but if you want to not be bored anymore, I have an idea, Meteor Man said. Warlock escaped from prison. He'd enslaved hundreds of people to help him rob his next bank. Yes, that Blood Girl was an idiot, Warlock said, but no matter. My minions will get me wealth beyond your wildest dreams, he laughed. But then, Warlock was immobilized. Impossible. No hero could do that. The only person who could possibly immobilize him was... Hey, boss, Blood Girl said. You miss me? Blood Girl, in a new blood-fashioned superhero costume, walked into the bank vault and smiled. Meteor Man put his hand on her shoulder. Warlock tried to scream. He tried to undo his charm to turn Blood Girl back into a normal puddle of blood. But he couldn't. He was immobilized by the city's newest superhero.